Hello, hello, hello. Sorry I am late. I was trying to round up some chickens. All right. So at the side, we have Ruby Riot and Dakota Kai. And Ruby Riot looks like she's beating the crap out of Dakota Kai. All right. Let's just got her in some little predicaments there. All right. Da da da. I'm just getting my stuff up. All right. So Ruby's going for the pin. I don't know how I feel about Ruby's hair. How do you feel about Ruby's hair? I don't know if I like Ruby's hair blonde or not. But she is doing a number on Dakota Kai. Oh, Dakota Kai is kind of fighting back a little bit, but not too much. Huh. All right. So, yeah, they seem to be kind of going side by side there with each other. And hello, hello. How you doing? All right. Oof. Oh my goodness, Ruby Riot just completely slammed Dakota Kai down on the outside of the ring on the apron and knocked her butt out. Oh, and she just kicked out. Ruby Riot tried to get a pin on her. I'm sorry, you're sleepy, Captain. Peanut butter, welcome. All right. Do I have this muted? No, I do not. Sorry if you were getting an echo. I don't even have my headphones on, so I don't even know if you're getting an echo or not. All right. Let's see. All right. So we're on commercial now, but I still have the wrestling on the little screen that they put on the side. And Dakota Kai seems to be making a little bit of a comeback. She's got control of Ruby Riot for the time being. Shut my phone down, at least the volume, so it doesn't go crazy. Go crazy. All right, so now Dakota Kai goes for a pin and Ruby Riot kicks out. And Dakota Kai looks frustrated. She doesn't seem to be too pleased with Ruby kicking out. She's got Ruby in kind of like a cross lock with her arms around her, holding her hands. Let's see. Still same thing, Ruby. And she just slammed Ruby down to the mat by the hair, right on the back of her head. And she went for another pin attempt. Ruby Riot kicked out again. All right, and she just did a kick to the chest of Ruby. Another pin attempt, but Ruby once again kicks out. I really didn't expect Dakota to do so good against Ruby. I thought Ruby Riott would be a better competitor than Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai doesn't seem that strong by herself. I'm not really sure what happened to her little counterpart, the Amazon chick that was hanging out with her a couple of weeks ago. She still has Ruby down on the mat with her arms pinned behind her head. And another pin attempt, and Ruby kicks out once again. She just went for the axe kick, and she completely missed. Ruby got out of the way. And a kick right to the face. 1, 2, and another kick out. All right. So, Captain, how was your day today? How was that? All right, and she's kind of got Ruby in like a up, roll up, and no, Ruby rolls out again. Lisa, how are you? Yeah, I can see that. LAL fan. Beautiful Lisa. Welcome. All right. Ruby just gave, I keep calling her Ruby Riott, and no one's correcting me, damn it. Rhea Ripley, that's who Dakota Kai is facing, not Ruby Riott. But Ripley just gave Kai a huge clothesline. Slam face down from the electric chair. 1, 2. Oh, no, kick out. Dakota kicked out. Hello, Lysian. How are you? Lisa, I'm sorry your kids are driving you crazy. They must be losing their minds being in the house. And with nothing open, you're losing your mind with them being in the house. All right. Raquel Gonzalez is the Amazon lady that I was trying to think of that's been hanging out with Dakota Kai, and I have no idea where she's been. Oh, Dakota just gave Rhea a scorpion kick. Oh, Rhea just picked her up and slammed her down. And Dakota kicked out again. It's actually a pretty decent match. Lissy, I think everybody's kids are driving them crazy. With the heat, nothing open, nowhere to go. Tell them you're going to tie him down, Lissy. All right, pump handle and off. So Dakota Kai just reversed the pump handle into a DDT on Rhea Ripley and got a count of 2. Rhea did kick out. She looks like she's dazed, though. I'm sorry, ladies, that your kids are driving you crazy. Can't imagine having kids stuck in the house all this time. All right. Big kick from Rhea Ripley to Dakota Kai. And now she's got Dakota Kai into the Prism Trap, which is a submission move. And most people tap out when they're in this, but Dakota Kai just reversed it and got out of it, flung Rhea Ripley into the turnbuckle. But if you know NXT, you know Dakota Kai has knee problems, which that probably didn't help. And she just gave her little Dakota Kai just kicked Rhea in the face in the corner. She's trying to get her up on the top rope now. And Rhea is reversing whatever Dakota's. Looks like Dakota's going to. Rhea just gave her a big forearm to the face. And here is Mercedes getting involved in the match. She just attacked Rhea. Mercedes Martinez. Don't know if you guys know who that is or not. And Dakota just gave Rhea the GTK, and she wins the match with assistance from Mercedes Martinez. So unbelievably, your winner is Dakota Kai. Very upsetting. Very, very upsetting. So now I believe this makes Dakota Kai the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship. So now they're just doing some replays. Lisa. What was the temperature? To be a little bit worse. We had some humidity, but it wasn't too bad.
There's a big barrel of a dog outside.
A big barrel of a dog.
Big barrel. It used to be, looks like it used to be a lab, but it's like 150 pounds of round.
And whose big barrel of a dog is this?
Someone visiting Shane. If you want to go out there but apparently you're doing your thingy, so.
Yes, I'm doing my thingy. If you happen to see the white chicken, can you either come in and get me or put her in the
So you never
coop?
found her?
No.
All right.
Oh, Rhea's got a bloody nose. Look at that. She is gushing. And now we have the... Oh. So they just showed... the hell you call them? The four-man team there. God damn it. The EU. Don't mind me. That's about it. All right. So I don't know if you heard Jimmy, but apparently there's a big barrel of dog out in my yard. What? apparently used to be a lab, is not a lab anymore. All right, I'm just waiting for the commercials to get over. We got a tag team title match coming up tonight. We just saw the Dakota Kai Rhea Ripley match, which Dakota Kai won thanks to Mercedes Martinez getting involved against Rhea, costing Rhea the match. All right. So yeah, that's that was a pretty crazy storm. We had some downed trees. Apparently some people in my town are still out of power. Thankfully, our power came back up fairly quickly. And I'm having kind of a little bit of an internet issue. My internet's a little slow, which I'm sure you guys see that from the YouTube side. I know usually when my show's freezing up, the YouTube side's freezing up. So we still got some commercials going on. They're showing some really nice office chairs from X Chair, but they don't look like they would be too comfortable for too long. They look very hard if you're interested. But they look like they would be good for proper gamer. What's up, gamer? Nipple to nipple suplex, huh? Glad you at least threw out a wrestling move, gamer. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that. All right. And now it is a move. Belly to belly is nip to nip. I didn't argue. I said thank you for using a wrestling move. I appreciate it. I didn't argue that it wasn't a wrestling move. It certainly is a wrestling move, gamer. And I appreciate you sharing your knowledge. My internet's frozen again, by the way. And I'm sitting here looking at Bronson Reed, or Thick Boy, which he calls himself. He's thick, all right. I'm just waiting for this damn thing to start again. Damn issues. And I can't blame Jimmy because he's not even in the house. I spent an hour of my B-Day watching 90s Buff Bagwell footage. Very nice, very nice. Buff Bagwell was good in his prime. That old footage can kind of suck you in. All right, let me see what... All right, I'm just trying to get my... All right, so Bronson Reed is going against Shane Thorne. And apparently Shane Thorne has been jealous of Reed and some attention that he's been getting, footage that they've been showing of him. Hello, Ian. How are you? All right. So we have Shane Thorne in the ring with Bronson Reed, and they lock up. Bronson Reed is a lot bigger than Shane Thorne, if you guys know who Bronson Reed is. So I can imagine that he's going to end up tossing Shane Thorne around just a bit. Thorne just gave Bronson a elbow and another one, and it's not phasing Reed at all. Gives him a third, and Bronson Reed just gave Thorne one, and Thorne pretty much almost hit the floor. He's struggling, gets a second one. Bronson Reed just went off the rope to do a third. To hit Reed on the outside, knocked him down. Did take him off his feet. Now we're going to share some chops, exchange some chops. And Thorne just gave Bronson Reed just threw Thorne on the apron. And that has pretty much taken the oomph out of Thorne. Thorne just tried to pick Reed up. That ain't happening. Did you hear me say he was a thick boy? He's thick. All right, so now they have Reed on the top rope, and Thorne is going to try to pull him off the top rope. I don't see that happening. And he pushed Thorne off, and Thorne kind of did a flip and then landed on his feet and kind of drop kicked him in the ring. And now he just did a senton bomb with Reed on the top rope. Reed is now on the floor. He just gave him a knee to the face. Thorne did. 1, 2. No, there was a kick out by Reed. So Thorne didn't hurt him that much. Reed did still kick out. All right, now he's kind of got him in kind of a lockish type of thing, but Reed's got a power out of that, and he does. And he headbutted Thorne. And now he is lifting him up, doing a press, and he drops him down on his face. No, there was a kick out on there. Reed almost got a pin on Thorne, but Thorne was able to kick out. And now he's got him up over his shoulders. Thorne's elbowing him in the face, trying to get him to let go. He lets go, and Thorne kicks him on the side of the head. And he tries a clothesline, but it's not really phasing Reed. And Reed gives Thorne one, and Thorne backs up a little bit. Thorne just punched Reed. It's kind of paintbrushing him, and it's taking a little bit out of Reed, but really not that much. Ooh. And Thorne just went off the rope to try and do something, and Reed clotheslined him. And now he just Death Valley driving Thorne. Top, he does a splash. 1, 2, 3. So it's Bronson Reed for the win over Shane Thorne. All right, so Bronson Reed has the win over Thorne. So, Ian, how are you today? Did you get any part of that storm, my dear? I'm just waiting for Bronson Reed to get out of the ring, which he doesn't seem like he's too much in a rush to do. All right, so he is making his way back. And we have the Disco Inferno and Pretty Boy, and they are about to be attacked by someone, and I believe it's my internet froze, so I believe it's the Lucha Libres that gave up their masks, the 205 champion and his little group there, and they are attacking Disco Inferno and Pretty Boy. They threw Disco Inferno in the back of their car, and they are kidnapping Disco Inferno. I know his name's not Disco Inferno, but I can't think of his name right now. I think you all know who I'm talking about. This Fandango. That's who I'm talking about. Not Disco Inferno, Fandango. And we are seeing Oney Lorcan, a kind of little clip on him. Hello, Jimmy C. How are you? Damian Priest they're showing. I know Priest is supposed to have a match tonight, I believe. So we have a triple threat qualifying match between Damian, Oney, and Ridge Holland. I don't know who Ridge Holland is. All right, so now we're on a commercial break. How was everybody's day today? My day was all right. I was rounding up some chickens, and one of the chickens is being stubborn, and I am going to have to try to see if I can round her up again. But yeah, other than that, my day was all right. The ride to work wasn't too bad after that storm last night. I thought there would be a lot more downed trees than what I saw. So either they were out all night cleaning up the damage from last night, or there wasn't really that much. I am going to ankle lock that chicken gamer. Once she goes in that coop, they may not be coming out tomorrow. Thought I would be nice and let them out today. And if they're going to be playing this crap, they will be spending a day or two in the coop. can't behave, you're gonna be grounded. Right, gamer? Jimmy Gamer was watching old Buff Bagwell videos today. Too sweet to be sour. Hello, Shady Dog. How are you? All right, we're still in commercials here. Shane, how was your day today? Hope you had a good day. I'm good. I had a pretty good day today. I did. And Jimmy, I saw Travis outside, and apparently, you know how I said I thought Travis's kitten was a girl? Apparently, it's a boy, and apparently, he does the same exact thing Thomas does and goes to that door meow. Because he kept coming down to the door, so I thought your cat was a girl, and I'm like, nope, my cat's a boy too. My day was good. Smoked some good stuff. Very nice. Very nice. It's always good when you can smoke some good stuff and get away with it. I think Jimmy just got some new stuff today. I think. All right, so now we have the Robert Stone brand coming in with Mercedes. And Robert Stone said Rhea may be done with the Robert Stone brand, but the Robert Stone brand is not done with Rhea. Lisa's back. Showing a recap of last week. They were showing a recap of Thatcher. And here comes Damien. So now is our triple threat match. Hello, Gary. How you doing? The party can now start. Gary's in the house. Lisa Shane Dog is doing pretty well. He smoked some good stuff today, he said. All right, so Damian Priest is coming out for the triple threat match. All right, so this is a qualifying match for the ladder match at the next NXT TakeOver for the North American Championship. So Bronson Reed got into that from winning his match earlier. Oh, Shane's trying a different kind out now. Very nice, very nice. All right, and here comes Oni Lorcan, or Lorcan, Oni Lorcan. He's from Boston, too. You'd think I know how to say his name. Nope. Not really. All right. Doris, FS1 had the 92 SummerSlam on at 1 a.m. this morning. Yeah, Gary, it was on here last night. I didn't catch the time because Are you in Connecticut? I mean, Pennsylvania? You're the same time as I am, aren't you? I didn't realize it was on that late. I thought it was on a little earlier. All right. So this Ridge Holland guy looks kind of weird. It was supposed to be on at 9 p.m. I'm in Pennsylvania. That's what I was going to say. I thought it was on like 8 or 9. Oh, did it get delayed because of the tropical storm coverage? All right. So apparently, Ridge Holland is from the NXT UK brand. Oh, baseball. 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 They put off wrestling for baseball. The hell is wrong with them? And the Red Sox lost. They may not have even played, but I'm pretty sure they did play and they lost. Oof. All right, so we have all three kind of attacking each other. Damian Pierce gave Ridge Holland a nice kick to the side of the head, gave Arnie Lorcan a nice elbow, and he just splashed Arnie in the ring. Holland was chasing after him, and he ended up inadvertently hitting Arnie Lorcan. And we just had Damian give Holland a flatliner. He's given some kicks and punches to Arnie Lorcan. Missed a clothesline. And Holland went to go hit Arnie. Damian was holding him. Arnie moved out of the way, and he ended up hitting Damian. And Arnie flies to the outside of the ring and takes both men out. On the outside of the ring, he's throwing Holland back in the ring. So this is no countouts, no disqualification. The winner to go on to the ladder match. So they can stay outside as long as they want. Arnie did throw Holland back in the ring. Tried to splash him, but Holland caught him. Just gave him Arnie an overhead suplex. Damian's back in the ring, and Holland just gave Damian a nice headbutt. Launches Priest out of the ring. And now Ridge Holland is the only one standing in the ring, and we are at a commercial break. So, Gary, how was your day today? Everybody else has had a different answer. Lisa's kids are driving her crazy. Lissy Ann's kids are driving her crazy. Shane Dog smoked some good stuff. He's smoking different stuff now. How was Gary's day today? Hope Gary had a good day today. Hopefully. I hope. We're still at a commercial. As Dream said last night, damn commercials. Doris's day was pretty good. I worked, had a kind of a busy day at work, but got out of work and both my chickens were here. So I was happy about that. How was your different stuff, Shane? Was it as good as the first stuff? Yes. That's my thought exactly, Shane. People at work will bitch about it being busy, and I always say the same thing. I'm like, when you're busy, the day flies by. Tastes real good. Nice. But yeah, that's always my philosophy. The day flies by, makes it a lot more quicker. Don't feel like you're there. I think I'm back. I'm back. All right. Yeah. I'm back now. Sorry about that. For some reason, something went wrong. It said something went wrong. Check your internet connection. And I don't know. My video was still going and the chat was still going. StreamYards just had a hiccup, I guess. Yes, Shane. Exactly. More people spend more time and more work complaining about work and complaining about having to do shit. It drives me insane. It's like, just do it. Get it over with. The faster you get your shit done, then you can sit and relax and not worry about it. All right, so we are back, and we have Holland in the ring with Damian Priest, and they are kind of just hitting each other, elbowing each other in the face. I don't see Arnie Lorcan. He must still be on the outside of the ring. And Holland gave Damian an uppercut. They're clotheslining each other now, trying to knock one another down. And there's Arnie Lorcan off the top rope, knocks both men down. So apparently he was on the outside of the ring. And now he's back because he just took them all out. And he is going and elbowing each man in the corner. And Damian, he just flipped them both backwards. Covered Holland, but Holland kicked out. And Damian Priest just tried to give him a kick and already blocked it and now has him in like a half Boston Crab. And Damian Priest kicks out of that, throws Arnie into Holland. Arnie bounces back and elbows Damian Priest, goes for the pin, and Damian kicks out. Arnie seems like he's trying to pump up. I don't know how much luck he's having, but Damian Priest rolls out to the side of the ring, and Arnie's going to try to fly again, and Holland blocks him and throws him off. And now we have Holland pumping up, and he just slammed Arnie down for a 2 count. Arnie did kick out. Damian Priest is still on the outside of the ring. Seems to be trying to recover. The ref's checking on Damian, who's still on the outside of the ring, as I said. We got Holland and Arnie inside the ring. Damian's now climbing back in the ring. Holland hasn't noticed him, and now he does. He looked for the reckoning, but Holland got out of it, headbutted him, and now he just powerbombed Damian Priest. 1, 2, and Arnie breaks up the 3 count. I don't know if Damian would have kicked out of that one. It didn't seem like he would. Later tonight, we have a tag team championship match with Imperium against Undisputed Era. So that is still coming up on tonight's episode of NXT. So now all three men are down, all kind of slowly getting up. And Holland is the first one on his feet. And he picked Ani up, and Ani kind of chopped him. Another chop. And Holland just punched Ani in the face. Ani went back down. And now they're both looking at each other very angrily. And they are going to start chopping each other like the good old Ric Flair chops. Ani Lorcan just uppercut Holland, gives him another one. Holland is down. And he just went to go do something, and Damian Priest caught him. And he's got Damian Priest by the hair, slapping him on the back of the neck. Lorcan just went to throw Damian Priest out of the ring again and got sideswiped by Holland again. And we got Damian Priest, who just gave Holland a big old choke slam. And he's frothing at the mouth, looking at Ani Lorcan. And now he's got the reckoning on Ani Lorcan. 1, 2, 3, and Damian Priest wins the match, which means he goes on to the ladder match. He's got a big old welt on the side of his face. I don't know how that happened, but like right under his eye, you can see it swelling up. I don't know if he hit the post or the floor when he went flying out at one point, or if that's even from a boot, but it's a pretty good welt right under his eye. If you got it on, you probably noticed that when they did the close-up on him. Yay! Damian Priest, Gary. Damian Priest won. Yay! We like Damian Priest. At least I like Damian Priest. At first, I didn't like him. He was kind of a jerk. But now I kind of like him. Tilly, you have a father. Do I have to have Darth Vader say, Tilly, I am your father? You just went out. Damn dog, I tell you. She literally sees me in front of this computer and gets jealous because she's not getting attention. But yet her father will sit here in front of the computer all day long and she lays in the chair and sleeps. I get home and go on the computer and it's Lisa, you know, she's like a little kid. Mama's home. Let's go bug Mama. Daddy's been sitting home all day. Leave Daddy alone. Bug Mama. My goodness. So we're on a commercial break. So Damian Priest moves on to the ladder match at the next NXT TakeOver, which is the weekend of SummerSlam. I believe it's the last weekend in August. I could be wrong. So I think it's No, I think might be next weekend. Not this coming weekend, the weekend after. Let me see. When? My dog had to take a crap on my fresh cut grass. Yep. You gotta hate that. That's like a cat. Every time we change the cat litter box, they gotta go pee or poop. Every single time. I always tell Jimmy he's like a cat. Joseph Grohl! What are you on break? Thought you were closing tonight. Oh, okay. So you are at work. Shane wants to know if you picked up the dog poop, Gary, or you're gonna leave it there for someone to step on. You got my freaking time bombs in your yard. Yep, he had to. Shane had to pick it up. Joseph, thanks for popping in. I don't think you've been watching NXT because you're at work, but Damian Priest and Bronson Reed both qualified. Hello, Marco Rodriguez. How are you? Welcome, welcome. So Bronson Reed and Damian Priest both qualified for the ladder match at the next NXT TakeOver for the North American title. Rhea Ripley lost her match against Dakota Kai because of Mercedes Martinez. Because the Robert Strong brand, or whatever the hell his name is not done with Rhea Ripley and is still pissed off that Rhea Ripley said no. So apparently they're going to make Rhea Ripley's life a living hell. So I'm sure the Rhea Ripley, Mercedes Martinez will probably be in a match at NXT TakeOver, I'm assuming. Or maybe it'll be a handicap match. All right, so we got Pat McAfee, who is going to be going against Adam Cole later tonight. Apparently they were on a talk show and Adam Cole kind of threw a little temper tantrum. But I know originally they were going to have a match and then they said maybe not. I know Pat McAfee's supposed to be on NXT tonight. And now we have Joseph's guy he likes. We have Cameron Grimes coming out to the ring. Joseph Grohl likes Cameron Grimes. I don't really know why. I think he's a hairy, skeethy little guy. Every Saturday is for me. What, work? So Joseph, you're cheating on work by talking to us. Shane, who don't you like, Rhea Ripley or Mercedes Martinez? Oh, it feels like Saturday. Every day feels like Saturday. I got you now. Bring it, brother, Joseph says. All right, so we got Cameron Grimes against Keith Lee. And I don't know if this is for the title. I think it's a non-title match. I know you love me, Joseph, and I appreciate the love, and I appreciate you cheating on work. Don't get yourself in trouble, please. Please, Joseph. DDT, DDT. Gary would like a DDT. I don't know if either one of these two, Keith Lee or Cameron Grimes, is going to be able to do a DDT. Cameron Grimes might be able to do one, but I highly doubt if he'll do one on Keith Lee, because Keith Lee is a big MFer. And Cameron Grimes ain't that big. I just got my disability retirement date, 8/20. My job is retiring me disability. I don't even ask for it. Nice. Well, I guess that's a good thing, Shane. You beat up Grimes 2 years ago. Very good. Very good. Yes, I like Damian Priest too, Joseph. So yeah, Shane, I'm assuming that you being able to retire is a good thing. I don't know if you will enjoy it or if you will be bored, but screw her. Oh, Rhea Ripley? Oh, yeah, you don't like Rhea Ripley, do you? It is worked 25 years, got hurt 58 in 9 days. You want a beer hug from EO? Maybe. I don't know if she'd be. Ben, how are you today? Nice. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Shane. After a long work, you definitely deserve retirement. Glad you're able to enjoy it. I know some people lose their minds once they retire. So Cameron Grimes is just kind of trying to avoid Keith Lee. And he's now on the outside of the ring. Keith Lee is on the inside of the ring. We don't even have a lockup yet. Ben, thank you for joining us again. So tonight, Ben, I'm trying something a little different. We're doing an NXT live screening. And I'm just kind of commentating on the matches like we did on Monday. I am better than, thank you. Brother's out of the hospital, and even though my whole family, except for my grandma, has the virus, it's all swings and roundabouts. Very nice. I'm glad your brother's out of the hospital, Ben. Sounds good. And at least your grandma don't have the virus. She would probably be the one that would be most affected by it. So that's a good thing. And we have Cameron Grimes giving Keith Lee elbows that really aren't affecting him. And now he's got Cameron Grimes by the ears, it looks like. And he threw him into the rope, gave him a shoulder block, and Keith Grimes fell like a bag of potatoes. My dog keeps me going, and I'll be able to start riding again. Very nice. It's always good when you have a pet to keep you company. Joseph, Yee Dancer, I love you, pal. Good luck, Ben. Gotta go, Doris. If you're still alive, I'll be there. All right, Joe. After NXT, I might just do a little bit of live afterwards. It'll probably be the same stream, but we'll see. If I do not see you, I hope you have a good night and a good day tomorrow. Keith Lee just threw Cameron Grimes into the corner, and Cameron Grimes kind of did a Ric Flair, went over the top, but he ended up going all the way out to the floor. So that's not good. Gary. Oh, Gary. Ben, no problem, numpty. Ooh, Joseph is jet flying, limousine, riding. I'm going to meet Joseph on his birthday at the casino. Very nice, Shane. And Cameron Grimes just knocked Keith Lee off the ring and messed up his knee, slammed him into the stairs, and now he's going off the top rope and does a swanton dive type of move onto the floor, onto Keith Lee, took Keith Lee out. I do too, Ben. I think NXT is a little bit more exciting than the main brand. Yeah, Shane, I think that would be fun if we all got together and went to a casino. I know Joseph's been dying to do something together because we kind of live in the same area. Doris, I just gave my wife a DDT. You better watch out, Gary, because she's probably going to get up and whoop your ass. She will. You don't ever do that to a woman because you will end up paying for it in the long run. As my mother used to say to my father when my father would piss her off, don't go to sleep tonight. It's probably what your wife is saying. Don't you go to sleep tonight. Don't close your eyes, Gary. you might be in trouble if you close your eyes. Tell Miss Scandal we'll have to get together someday and I'll teach her how to do an RKO from out of nowhere. That's right. She just might bring him to Suplex City or Claymore Country. I know you're just kidding, Gary. But I'm not. Don't ever do that to your wife and then expect to be able to go to sleep. Figgy for Shane Dog. So we are on a commercial. I hate when they take commercial breaks in the middle of a match. Remember back in the day, they would never go to a commercial until the match was over? Now it's like every goddamn match, there's a commercial, and then you come back and everything's completely different. I hate that. I really, really hate that, Vince. Vince, if you're watching, knock this shit off, please. Please. I'd appreciate it. Thanks. So, other than Gary DDT, I'm back. I am sorry. For some reason, my internet on my StreamYards keeps dropping or something. That's right, Ben. Just like that. Just like that. That's right, Gary. I gotta tell you, you don't piss off your wife and go to sleep. Don't do that. We don't forget, Gary. We never forget. And we will stay awake for days waiting for you to close your eyes. Gary. From my heart to yours, Gary. Just be careful. Ben, it's been all night. YouTube is cutting back on the broadband. Yes. I know there's a lot of people having internet problems right now. I mean, and of course, the stupid tropical storm thing don't help. So we're back to the match, and Keith Lee is kind of pounding the shit out of Cameron Grimes. And he just elbowed him in the corner, and he just did a diving crossbody, got a 2 count. Ben, hope it doesn't affect the streams too badly. I'm hoping, Ben, I'm hoping. We'll have to see how this holds up. All right, and we got Keith Lee, who looks like he was going to do a power bomb, but Cameron Grimes ended up jumping out of it, tried to kick Keith Lee. Keith Lee blocked it, and now he has Cameron Grimes up over his shoulders. And he tried to do a slam, but Cameron Grimes rolled him up. And now we got Cameron Grimes, who almost got the pin on Keith Lee by having his feet on the rope. And he just gave Keith Lee a big old punch, and that did not affect Keith Lee at all. Now we got Keith Lee, who went to go do his big-ass clothesline, and he got kicked on the side of the face by Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes tried to do a splash and got caught by Keith Lee. And Keith Lee just went, no, you silly MF. And Grimes did land on his feet, and Keith Lee just took his ass out. But he ended up landing on Keith Lee. And Keith Lee still powered out. All right, Doris is right. Ask Jimmy C. That's right. That's right. Just ask Jimmy. He knows. That's why he don't go to bed till I get up, till I go to work. There's a reason for it, people. Unless China hits you because you don't wake up from that. Rest her soul. Thanks, Doris and company, for the good time. Smash the button for our host, Doris. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate you popping in, spending some time with us. And I will talk to you later. I hope you have a good night. So now Cameron Grimes was kind of hitting Keith Lee, and it had no effect. And Keith Lee just gave him the big double chop in the chest, and Cameron Grimes went down like a bag of potatoes. And he is still down, having a hard time getting up. And Keith Lee is standing in the center of the ring. No, Ben, you are more than welcome to call us your wrestling family. It's kind of how I feel we are. We're a little bit of a wrestling family. Keith Grimes is doing some body shots onto Keith Grimes. Cameron Grimes is kind of doing some body shots onto Keith Lee, and Keith Lee just kind of stopped him by giving him a chop in the chest. And Cameron Grimes is out of it right now. Keith Lee has him by the hand and pulls him in for a clothesline and still holding his hand. I am the mother. Keith Lee is picking him up. He's having a little bit of a hard time getting up. And Keith Lee gives him a third pulling clothesline. And Cameron Grimes is pretty much out of it, has no idea where he is. Keith Lee's still holding his hand, so he can't get away. And a fourth one, and this time he lets Cameron Grimes fall all the way to the floor. And Cameron Grimes is out of it on the floor of the ring. Keith Lee is standing over him. Cameron Grimes is slowly making his way up, holding on to Keith Lee. Keith Lee pops him up, and is Cameron Grimes going to be able to? No, Cameron Grimes does not do it again. Big power bomb. 1, 2, 3. Keith Lee for the win. Jimmy is the father that doesn't have a say in the decisions because Doris is the leader. Joseph is the big brother that breaks up fights and becomes successful. Very nice, Ben. We are going to have to... I'm obviously the Lady Killer Scotsman. Ben sounds good. Sorry, my net dropped out again. Yeah, Gary, mine keeps dropping out too. I keep freezing up. But I suppose it's something we will have to deal with. I think Cross is going to come out. We got Keith Lee in the middle of the ring. And we got Scarlett, or whatever the hell her name is, talking. And there's Cross on the big Titantron. Oh, he's apparently going to be taking some people out, and he just took somebody out. I have no idea who that was. Didn't really get a good look at the... Oh, there's a few people out. Looks like he took out Artie Locken. Looks like there's a chick down over there. So Karrion Kross took out a bunch of people backstage and told Keith Lee it's all his fault. Gary is the baby of the family, but we all love Gary. Ben is the numpty. So we have Undisputed Era in the back getting ready for their title match with Imperium. And we are back to a commercial. So we have Karrion Kross taking people out in the backstage area, trying to get Keith Lee's attention. I'd rather be an umpty than a Mongo that has to climb a ladder to reach the same height as Hornswoggle. Ben, my oldest son, is Joseph's age. Oh, God. You two. You two are like the brothers that we got to separate every once in a while because I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. He's touching me. He's touching me. So, Ben, in other words, Gary's trying to say he's old and he's not a baby. He's not a baby. But Gary, look at it this way. At least Ben is making you young in his story. You get to relive your glorious days. Wouldn't you like that, Gary? Come on, Gary. Play with the story, Gary. I don't want to be Joseph's mother, but I'm going with the story. Gary. Can't imagine having Joseph as a son, Gary. Really can't. Can you imagine having Joseph as a son, Gary? So we are still on a commercial break. So this whole Karrion Kross, Keith Lee thing is picking up. Probably going to come to a head at TakeOver. You know, they're going to build up that championship match and make it so nobody wants to not watch it. I'm sure. I'm very surprised that Adam Cole is still on NXT. I fully expected him to make his debut on the main roster, and I'm surprised he hasn't yet. I thought for sure when he lost the title that he would debut on the main roster the next week or two, and they still have him on NXT. And as far as I can see, he's really not doing much. He's not in any matches, so to speak. I mean, he might have had a small match or two, but nothing major. But we have Undisputed Era. So apparently the tag team titles are just going to go from Imperium to Undisputed Era back and forth because they really have no other tag teams anymore in NXT, which is kind of sad. They should probably focus on some tag teams. They get some Metallica for NXT. That's going to be the theme song, Moth into a Flame, for the NXT TakeOver, I believe. NXT TakeOver 30, which is August 20. Nope, that's when the album debuts. So now Dakota Kai is the number one contender to face Io Shirai at TakeOver. That was the match she had with Rhea Ripley. So at least they're giving someone else a opportunity. So for the North American Championship ladder match, we have Dexter Lumis, Bronson Reed, and Damian Priest that have already qualified. I'm assuming that the other two matches will be next week. Not really sure who are the ones that are in the matches yet. And we have William Regal. All right. So he's talking about the men that have qualified so far for the ladder match. Really? They're pulling Dexter Lumis from the ladder match? apparently Dexter Loomis got a knee injury, ankle injury. All right, so we're going to have 2 singles matches with the 4 men in singles matches, and apparently that is how we are going to get our last 2, and one of them is going to replace Dexter Loomis apparently. And here comes the Phantasmal group, who are the ones that kidnapped Fandango earlier, and here they are dragging Fandango out to the ring, and they are kind of hanging him over the barricade. And there's just a lot of talking while they hold Fandango there. And we're going to hear how Lucha Libre is art. As you know, these guys are against today's Lucha Libre. They say that they took a tradition and they made a mockery of it. And they these guys gave away their masks because the tradition was already broken. And they flipped Fandango over the barricade. And he's standing over Fandango with his 2 cohorts there. And he's saying that they did this because every week Tyler Breeze and Fandango interferes in their business. And now he's talking some Spanish to Fandango. I'm pretty sure Fandango has no idea what he's saying. I don't think Fandango speaks Spanish. But and he's saying that by doing this, Breezango spits in their face. And now he's got the other 2 guys picking Fandango up. Tyler Breeze comes out and he gets attacked 2-on-1 by the 2 cohorts while the leader sits there laughing. And let's Breeze and Fandango are on the ring, both being attacked by the 2 men. And now they have piled them up on top of one another. And now he's giving a threat to Swerve Scott, telling him to stop speaking his name, or he will end up like Breezango. All right, so now they are leaving Breezango, both Tyler Breeze and Fandango, in the ring after telling Swerve to stop speaking their name. All right, and we have some clips of Adam Cole and Undisputed Era at TakeOver. They're kind of going over all the times that Undisputed Era won the tag team titles. Like I said, the main event tonight is Undisputed Era, Adam Fish, and I can't even think of his name. Going against Imperium for the tag team titles. That's our main event. And Thomas is making his appearance again. Oh, sorry, guys. Thomas decided to visit and knock over my mic, as he usually does. Thomas, tell YouTube you're sorry. Bubbies, tell YouTube you're sorry. Say, I'm sorry, YouTubes. I'm sorry, YouTubes. All right, so we are going back to a commercial. They're just talking about the tag team title championship tonight. And we are at a commercial. All right, so our main event's coming up. Imperium versus Undisputed Era for the tag team titles. Kind of looking forward to this match. It should be pretty good. I'm surprised Imperium's on. I know that there's been a lot of travel issues for the NXT UK guys. I'm assuming that these guys have been on our NXT, because they do have our NXT tag team titles. So maybe they did not go back to the UK on NXT UK. Maybe they stayed in this country. And that's why they, unlike the other UK people, are actually here. And Thomas is being very inquisitive on something at the window. I don't see anything, but I do not have the eyesight of a kitty cat. All right, and we are still at a commercial. I'm assuming that some people had some internet problems, because all of a sudden everybody kind of got quiet. I know my video of NXT froze for a minute, but it's back up now. All right, let me see if StreamYards was down, and I am back. Let's see if my YouTube comes back up, and there I am. I'm back. All right, so I'm assuming everyone's having kind of some internet issues, as we have been all night. I do apologize. And I do appreciate your patience with the stream. Thomas appreciates your patience with the stream, as he just kind of keeps hitting Mama in the face with his tail. So we appreciate your patience. Your support is very important to us. We are still on a commercial break. Don't knock my mic over, please. I appreciate it. I appreciate you not knocking my microphone over. All right, so from what I have been told, everyone is having YouTube and internet issues, something with the YouTube servers and the broadband. So apparently it's YouTube signal, and it's just being a crappy piece of you-know-what. But I do appreciate y'all hanging out. Main event, and we got Damian out back outside being asked about winning his match, and he's talking about the ladder match, saying it was created for him, and he took the opportunity. He was not given the opportunity. And he says it sucks that Loomis was taken out of the match. And now they got Bronson out back by Damian, talking to Damian. And now they're walking towards each other. Are they going to fight? Damian's telling Bronson he needs to get out of his head. This isn't his type of match. He told Bronson that he was a fluke. And Bronson's telling him if he wants, he'll show him what a fluke can do. Damian's challenging Bronson to a one-on-one match. And they agree to it. They don't really pick a time or a day. I'm sure that'll be between now and NXT. So Pat McAfee is at the announcer's table with Tom Phillips. He was invited by Adam Cole. I'm sure there's some underhanded tactics to that. Pat McAfee is claiming he's back in the good graces of Adam Cole. All right, so now I thought it was the main event, but we have so apparently we're going to have one more match before the tag team title match. So we got Tegan Nox in the ring, and she is going against Candice LeRae, I believe. So they're showing Candice LeRae tweeted, "Once upon a time I had a wonderful friend, yet it wasn't for me, this friend, getting involved in my business. I would have pinned." And we have Indy Hartwell. She looks kind of familiar. I can't say that I've actually seen her wrestle. But I'm not really sure. I just closed my chat. Sorry, guys. All right, so we're waiting for this match to get started. Yes, McAfee is... Oof, big headbutt from... Oof. Commented and I didn't see any of it, so I was obviously frozen. So yeah, let me see if I can catch up here for a minute. All right. That's right, sounds like Squirrel. Ben, don't forget your cane when we have a match, and take your vitamins and more milk. I'm a big MF that loves to fight and drink. So we have these two kind of beating the crap out of each other. Indy Hartwell just got almost a pin on Tegan Nox. You got till spring when the Jimmy and Doris spring break match takes place. That's if you don't break your back climbing the ladder. It's a step ladder, Gary said. Is Doris a wrestler? We're putting together a card for the spring death match. Not a great gamer said impromptu salad consumption mid-count Fandango with his back. You bet I'm coming to spring death match. Bye-bye, baby. Oh, and Indy almost got another close call on Knox. Wants to comment, but she's got to wait for a commercial. The cat is saying hello. I work out the yard. I'm letting a virus weaken me every day. We love you, Thomas. We do. I chop down redwoods and run in the snow naked. That's a nice view, Gary. Our freaking state just raised the cigarette tax 50 cents now. A pack of Newports is $10. $4 of this is tax. Pat McAfee is awesome. Gary, at least your state still sells Newports. Massachusetts stopped selling menthols. Tegan Knox just gave Indy the shiniest wizard, and we got 1, 2, 3. So Tegan Knox just beat Indy Cartwell, which I'm not surprised because Indy Cartwell, I'm not really familiar with her. I haven't seen her much, but it was a pretty good match. She did give Tegan Knox a run for her money. And now I'm all caught up on my chat. Apparently my chat froze. Probably one of the times that my YouTube froze. And I didn't realize it froze. I thought everybody just got really quiet. And no, I just was out of contact with the chat because my chat wasn't updated. Thomas loves you too, Ben. And Thomas may be there for our spring match. All right, now we got Imperium in the back getting ready for their match. So don't forget, we have Undisputed Era and Imperium for the tag team titles, and that match is next. And Pat McAfee says he's going to stick around for that one for sure. Don't know if that has something to do with Adam Cole. We will have to find out what happens between Adam Cole and Pat McAfee. We got a commercial with Drew McIntyre. And he's doing Claymore Country. Yes, he is. All right, so we're on a commercial break, and all right. So let's see what is going on with YouTube. I know it keeps freezing, so I don't know if my chat is up to date or not. We will have to see once the main event starts. All right, so commercial. All right. So this is a decent show. It's not as good as it was. NXT has been all right. I was just saying it's not as good as it has been. We had a couple of good matches. Tegan Knox just got a win over Indy Cartwell. They did pull Loomis out of the ladder match. Apparently he got an ankle injury the night of his triple threat match, and he is not medically cleared, so they are pulling him out of the match. So what they're going to do is the 2 triple threat matches that they've had so far for the qualifying matches, the 4 guys from those 2 matches that were not pinned or submitted. There's going to be 2 singles matches next week, and those 2 guys are going to, whoever wins, are going to qualify for the ladder match. I don't know what they're going to do about replacing Loomis. I don't know if they're going to replace Loomis. Till this day, Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura is the greatest NXT match of all time. Hello, Ian. Yes, Ben, I do agree. I think that was an awesome match. So we're just waiting for them to come back from commercial. And it will be the tag team title match. Imperium versus Undisputed Era. Greatest match of all time is Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25. At least it's one of the best. Yes, it is one of the best, Ben. I agree. All right, so for that Loomis one, they're going to have a triple threat match. Kushida versus Cameron Grimes and a mystery person in a triple threat match. Next week, we're going to have Damian Priest versus Bronson Reed on a one-on-one match. That has nothing to do with the ladder match. They're both already qualified for that. And then next week, we are going to see Danny Burch versus Karrion Kross. We saw Karrion Kross attacking some people backstage and telling Keith Lee it was all his fault and that it would still keep happening until he gets an answer. Apparently, someone is not giving him the match, and he's not very happy about it. I don't think it's Keith Lee. Keith Lee seems to be willing to fight anyone. Yes, Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior, Mania. Who can forget the classic Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar during Survivor Series? You're funny, Ben. All right, so now is our tag team title match. And I'm interested to see what happens when Undisputed Era comes out and if Adam Cole will be with him and if there's any interaction between Pat McAfee and Adam Cole. Adam Cole was on Pat McAfee's talk show and apparently threw a temper tantrum. And they had a disagreement. Triple H kind of smooth things over with Pat McAfee. So we're still waiting for Undisputed Era to come out to the ring. It was like watching paint dry. Then I went to get some drinks and it was done. Yeah, Ben, that was the stupidest match I've ever seen. It was basically spear and F5 and spear and F5. All right, so now we have Undisputed Era out, and Adam Cole is with them. So we have Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are going to be the ones taking on Imperium for the tag team titles. And Pat McAfee is talking about Undisputed Era. And they're talking a little bit about Pat McAfee and Adam Cole's history. Apparently, their paths have crossed a few times. And about how they kind of bad talked each other. And that's been their history. They've never really gotten along that great. And now Pat McAfee saying that he's really excited about being here tonight and being able to see Undisputed Era in person because him and Adam Cole had kind of smoothed things over and buddy now. So they're kind of talking about Adam Cole's little temper tantrum on McAfee's show. All right, so we have O'Reilly with Eichner starting the match, and they're kind of chopping and punching each other. O'Reilly's kicking and Eichner's kicking. Eichner just missed a punch. He got a kick from O'Reilly and he bounced off the ropes and kicked O'Reilly back. O'Reilly, who has an MMA background, I believe, or a martial arts background at least, has knocked Eichner down. Now they kind of looked over Adam Cole's shoulder, and that's right where the announcer's desk is. There's been no interaction between him and McAfee yet. We'll have to see if that continues. So Riley just tagged in Fish. So now we got Fish and Eichner. And Fish is kind of throwing some body shots at Eichner. And Eichner's knee and took his knee out. And he's kind of giving him knees to the gut. He's got him in a headlock now. Fish has Eichner, and he threw him off the ropes. And he went to go do a splash, but Eichner caught him and gave him a backbreaker. Went for a pin, but it was a kick out at 1. Now he has Fish in a arm lock. He's not really putting too much pressure on it, so I think it's just kind of like a keeping him on the ground type of thing. Keeps climbing over his back, holding his arm. And yeah, so Adam Fish is kind of trying to fight out of this armbar. And Eichner got the tag. And now Bobby Fish is in an armbar. And we have Fish on the ring with an armbar. We got some Fish doing some kicks. All right, and Undisputed Era is kind of double teaming Imperium. And now Riley's back in the ring. Fish got a 2 count. And now we have Eichner back in the ring. McAfee's kind of doing a lot of talking. Adam Cole kind of looked over there. Beth Phoenix seems to be getting a little upset about McAfee because he's kind of bad talking the NXT wrestlers. And Beth Phoenix is telling him, hey, you were invited here. And now we are on a commercial. They kind of have the wrestling show on in the corner on a small screen. And Fish is getting his butt kicked by Eichner. And they keep showing Adam Cole looking towards Pat McAfee. Nothing really has happened between the two of them yet. Pat McAfee is running his And I know my YouTube keeps freezing. And like I said, I'm sorry for that. Nothing I can do about it, but I do appreciate your patience with it. All right. So Eichner has tagged out. And Bobby Fish is starting to come back with a couple of kicks, but just got a big clothesline. And 1, 2, no, kick out by Fish. Adam Cole is giving McAfee the death stare. And there's not really too much going on in the match. They have Fish in a headlock in the ring. Not really too much action going on there. And we have Roderick Strong trying to get Adam Cole's attention and telling him to pay attention to the match because he's pretty much just staring at McAfee. And we have Fish getting his butt whooped by Imperium, who are doing some tags in and out and keeping Bobby Fish in the ring. And Bobby Fish is trying to get out of their corner, isn't really having too much luck. He's trying to get the tag into O'Reilly, and he keeps getting stopped. And he just got a big clothesline taken down, and 1, 2, kick out. And O'Reilly's kind of flipping out on the ring apron. Adam Cole still staring at McAfee. And McAfee looks happy with himself that he's gotten Adam Cole's attention because Adam Cole's not getting involved in the match. He's not even paying attention to the match, and his boys are paying for it. He's even going and banging on the ring side, on the apron, but still staring at McAfee, not looking in the ring. And we have Bobby Fish still trying to fight out of his predicament, and he's not having much luck. And Imperium is like really kind of doing a number on Fish, but Fish just threw Eichner over the top rope with a backdrop. And I don't know if he's going to make... No, Eichner still ends up blocking Fish from tagging in O'Reilly. Fish just did a backflip on Eichner. Now, Eichner tags, and Bartel and O'Reilly are now in the ring together, and they're both kind of moving quick. O'Reilly's kind of doing a bunch of kicks and knees and punches to the face, and he has Bartel down, and he goes with a big elbow into the corner, and now he has Eichner coming in the ring, but Fish is able to fight them both off for the time being. And he ends up doing a leg whip on both of them. And O'Reilly seems to be trying to hold his own against the two. Fish isn't being much help. Adam Cole's too distracted with McAfee, but he is doing a number on Bartel's knee. Taken by, as you know, Bartel has had some knee problems. And once again, O'Reilly kind of swept his knee out from under him. Doris, I just got my internet back. I'm going to call. It ain't not much love. Ben, good night, my friend. All right, Gary, thank you very much for hanging in there with the internet problems. Same thing's happening to me, but I appreciate you bouncing back up and letting me know that you had the problems and saying good night. I will talk to you later. Kicks, knees, punches, Hotel Travago. British joke. So O'Reilly still has Bartel in a knee lock on the same knee he's been working on. Eichner did a Swanton Bond type of thing onto O'Reilly to break that knee lock. Good night, Gary. Thank you so much for hanging in there. Now we have Adam Cole getting into Pat McAfee's face at ringside, talking about how McAfee's talking shit about Undisputed Era. McAfee's saying he's joking. And he's saying that Adam Cole's an angry elf. And Adam Cole heard that. And he just threw McAfee's water at him. So maybe we will see McAfee and Adam Cole go at it. Gary, you're the one that said McAfee will kick Adam Cole's butt. We have some officials coming out, trying to separate them. They really haven't come to blows yet. That's fine, Ben. I appreciate it. Now we got Triple H and Shawn Michaels out trying to tell Adam Cole to calm down and back up. And he's still yelling at McAfee. This has distracted Undisputed Era. It has allowed Imperium to get the upper hand. And now they are just pinned Bobby Fish to retain their titles. And now they're kind of showing McAfee and Adam Cole. They still haven't come to blows yet, but they do still have officials in between them. Like I said, Triple H is out there. Shawn Michaels is out there. And mind you, none of them have masks on. None of the refs, none of the officials, none of the crew. No one's got masks on. McAfee's turning back around, walking towards Adam Cole. And Shawn Michaels is still holding Cole back. Ooh, McAfee just called Adam Cole a tiny, short little bitch. And now, McAfee just... Adam Cole was on the ring announcer's desk with his hands like this, and McAfee kicked him out, and Adam Cole fell face first on the cement floor and is out cold, and McAfee is proud of himself. And McAfee is yelling back at Triple H, saying it's a very unprofessional place. And Adam Cole is still out. Shawn Michaels is checking on him. And that is the end of NXT. So we did finally see McAfee and Adam Cole kind of come to blows. McAfee got the best of Adam Cole, if you ask me. It seems like wrestling is repetitive, but you got to get over all that and enjoy it. Yes, you do, Ben. You definitely do have to get over it and try to enjoy yourself. Sometimes it's fun when it's repetitive, depending on what is happening. Sometimes it is not, as you know. But other than that, like I said, I've seen better NXT shows. I thought for sure that tonight would be an exciting night because we are moving into a takeover, but I did not seem to experience any real build-up other than the whole McAfee Adam Cole thing. And I think it's sad that NXT is probably going to pull McAfee in on it and have him go against Adam Cole. And, it's just going to be for ratings. But with that said, my friend, I appreciate you hanging out with me. I am going to go see if I can find my last chicken and round her up to put her to bed. And I hope you have a lovely night. How is your relationship going, by the way? You did just start a new relationship, didn't you? I believe I remember. Jimmy C, hello. Hello. I'm done with the NXT talk. Jimmy C. NXT is over. And we've been having a lot of internet problems. Gary's been losing his internet. He actually just came on and said that he was going to give up. Apparently, YouTube is giving up on the broadband. So everybody is having internet issues. So I've kind of been going up and down with my people watching, but that's fine. Yeah. So yeah, that is kind of crappy. I guess it's messing with everybody's streams from what Gary was saying. Some people worse than others. But yeah. So Ben, how is your woman? Like I said, you did just start a relationship, didn't you? And Jimmy Ben has created this nice little story of us being a wrestling family. You are the father, I am the mother, but no one listens to you because I am the leader of the family, just so you know. And Gary's the baby. And Joseph is the older brother. And Ben is the woman-killing Scotsman. So yeah, we have ourselves a nice little family going on here, dysfunctional as it is. Yes. Yes. I think Ben might have froze because he's not answering my question. So yeah, a lot of internet problems tonight. Mine actually wasn't too bad. My stream kept going for the most part. My wrestling stream, but YouTube and StreamYards kept going in and out, but yeah. Other than the internet problems. Okay. Well, hopefully she finds someplace. I'll probably go out in a little bit, see if I can find her. Hopefully she'll come out in the morning when I go to work like she did. But yeah. So yeah, I'm assuming that, like I said, Ben is frozen, I'm assuming. But yeah. I don't know who the third person that just popped in is because they haven't said anything, but there's a third person. Captain Jerk did stop by. Gamer was here for a little while. Joseph said that he would come back up after work if I was still on. Told him I couldn't make any promises, but I would see because he's working till 10:30. But yeah, other than that, I guess it's been a slow night for YouTube all around. From what Gary, my YouTube again, doing the whole Wheel of Death thing. All right. So I might just end this because everybody keeps freezing up and the show's over anyway. But like I said, I appreciate everybody with their patience and hanging out as much as they could. And when they lost their internet or I got kicked off of StreamYards, I appreciate you hanging out and staying in there. And I will see you guys probably. Yeah, Gary said it's not only our internet, but like I said, he said something about he was told that YouTube has lightened their broadband, so their server has been sucking, so it's not keeping up with the demand. So now we got it double. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Ben, if you're still out there, I appreciate you hanging out with me. And yeah, that's about it. Like I said, I will see you guys in a few days probably with Lisa's stream, or if I do, I don't know yet if I will do a SmackDown one, but if I don't do a live stream for SmackDown, I will do a video. And yeah, so that's about it. And I don't know if it's a true number, but I just jumped up to 5. I don't know who else is in here, but I appreciate you popping in. And yeah, thank you very much, peeps. And I will talk to you guys later. Hope you all have a good night. I pray for your internet service and hope it picks up at some point tonight. French fries. Yes, gamer. French fries. Thanks for popping back in, gamer. I appreciate it. And thank you so much for hanging out. And I will see everybody later. Have a good night. And that is all, folks. As soon as I find my little sign, there we go. And that is the end. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Love you guys. Thank you very much. And I'll see you later. Peace.